Welcome to YYC Business Speed Dating with Magic Mike. Book your free business video spotlight at YYCBusinessSpeedDating.com.
Welcome to Season 2, Episode 9 of Business Speed Dating with MagicMike.com. Today's guest is Donna Dahl. Hi, I'm Mike Duffy, author of Brand Sharks, Unstoppable Strategies for Business Leaders. I'm also producer of MupoEntertainment.com's technology show, Don't Get Hacked, Call Me for Help. And we also have a print magazine for Mupo Entertainment. It's going to be purchased off the MupoEntertainment.com website. And I'm also founder of Calgary's cybersecurity startup business, DontGetHacked.ca, where we take care of your PC and Mac devices and make sure you don't get hacked. Welcome to YYC Business Speed Dating with Magic Mike. That's me. My guest today on Business Speed Dating is fellow Calgarian, Donna Dahl. Donna, look at the camera and explain exactly what type of consulting business you have.
I am an author and an empowerment coach. A number of years ago, I wrote a book entitled Lessons I Learned from the Tortoise. And what I've learned through working with the book is that just about everybody displays characteristics of both the tortoise and the hare. So the hare, for instance, is often the person who is pitter-patter, get-at-her kind of person who wants to get the job done and take a break. The tortoise, on the other hand, is probably more diligent and through commitment plodges on forward constantly, forever. You can count on them because they never have an I quit kind of attitude. You know, I work with leaders, I work with decision makers, and I work with teams who bring some of the tortoise and some of the hare with them, sometimes depending on the circumstance. And in that respect, we need to be able to respect diversity. We need to be able to work with different kinds of paces and different kinds of energies. As an empowerment coach, I like to build on your strengths. I like to power up your communication, and I like to help you develop your leadership skills. In that way, we can collaborate in a confidential manner, and I invite you to have a discovery call with me at calendly.com/Donna Dahl.
Perfect. Donna, who's your ideal client type?
Somebody who's ready.
Somebody's ready.
Somebody who's ready. If you're not ready, then change is never going to take place. If you're ready, even if the idea is to perhaps simply not necessarily change anything about what you're doing, but simply to change your mind, that's still a change. And while change is risky, if you're stuck, you have two choices. You can keep on being stuck, or you can take a step in another direction. That's what I'm about, helping people take the next step.
So both men and female then?
Oh, yes.
Oh, yes. Okay, good to know. What's the favorite part of your job?
Favorite part for me is being able to work in a realm of enthusiasm. Oh, without enthusiasm, there's no energy in a project. And so when I can bring enthusiasm, that enthusiasm gets reflected back. The other part that is really important to me is the celebration part, because nothing breeds success like success. And when we celebrate success, that contributes to further successes. It improves the performance culture of an organization, and I think it improves engagement.
Perfect. So are you, like, your coaching, is it all done virtually? Are you doing any in person, or?
Some of each.
Some of each. Okay, because some people say that they only deal with clients in Calgary, but I know, since I'm a business technology coach, that I am coaching people all over the world, usually through Zoom. And then if it's somebody local, so you don't have any restrictions on your service area then.
I live in Calgary and you want to do a virtual meeting, that's fine.
Perfect. Okay. And how long have you been doing this, Donna?
Well, it all started with an invitation from a woman who was a publisher of a local business magazine. And that invitation to write ended up in an article that was released, followed by I dare you to put it into a book, that resulted in 14 months later having a book and subsequently launching a coaching practice here in Calgary. I'm honored to work with people around the world, but I'm especially honored to work with people in my hometown, Calgary.
Oh, are you a local Calgary? Are you born and raised? No,
I wasn't born and raised here, but it's become my home.
Okay. So it all started with your book then.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. And is it one book? Do you have multiple books?
If you visit DonnaPDahl.com, you will find several of my books there. I've now written a total of 6 books in the realm of self-empowerment. Lessons I Learned from the Tortoise is on Amazon, and the reviews and testimonials that people have left there they're so heartwarming and so revealing about some of the life changes that the readers have made as a result of reading the book. So even after 10 years of it being on the market, it's still being read today.
That's fantastic. I like that. In your profession, do you have any paperwork left, or is everything done on the computer?
I don't think I'll ever completely give up paper.
Okay.
But when I first took a look at that question, Michael, I said, now what really is my percentage? And I think I fall into that 80-20 rule.
Oh, wow. Okay.
80% digital, 20% paper. I still like doing my things to do list on paper.
Oh, yeah.
But almost everything else is in digital form.
Okay. It's been very interesting because a lot of people have shifted the last 2 or 3 years where it was all paper and now it's all digital. Obviously it leads into my next question of, do you ever run into technology issues?
Who doesn't? Almost 2 years ago now, I had a problem with a computer that was going to expire in terms of its warranty period.
Okay.
And it was just a few weeks before that deadline date. And thanks to Memory Express here in the city and ACES, who my computer was with, we were able to get the computer repaired on the warranty period. But it took several weeks for everything to be sorted out and worked out and for me to get my computer back. Fortunately, I had a girlfriend who lent me her computer in the process, but it taught me a really important lesson. And that is that it's a good thing for me as a writer, because I write a lot, to have a plan B. And so I've developed several plan Bs so that I never end up finding myself without a computer ever again.
It's what my chapter in my book's about, is having your backup plan, because I want to educate everybody about the importance of just, because then you can control your stress load when it comes to a failure, right? So, expanding on that technology question, when it comes to technology, technology issues, do you ever try to do it yourself fixes, or do you mentioned Memory Express? I assume at that last computer, you just maybe right away just took it to Memory Express and let them deal with it?
There comes a point where even a DIYer needs help. And I would never put myself into that category. I'm the one who wants to know simply how to turn the television on. I don't need to know how it works.
Okay.
in order to be able to enjoy a program. I like to be able to turn the computer on. If there's a problem, that belongs to somebody else.
Okay. Perfect. I know a lot of people, when I get calls, a lot of people spent tons of hours, like too many hours trying to fix something, and they've tried every single thing on YouTube. It's becoming more and more prevalent because, of course, existing clients are getting older, and then all the kids who grew up with everything and now are experiencing computer problems. So I like to know who's a do-it-yourselfer and who's not. So
there's a question that I think people who are in the support industry for computers and technology that they might ask when they're dealing with a client, because it's an answer that I give right off the pump handle. That answer is, treat me like I am in techie kindergarten, and we will get along fine.
Okay, perfect. Because I like to, that's how I like that's how my clients are like. I want you to understand it, but we're going to do very basics. And I know when you first came into the studio, we were talking about, computer and memory, and I'm like, perfect, because I know, I want to be at your level, because I deal with tons of different type of clients, and everybody's at a different level with tech. I don't want to sound like I'm over talking you, so I need to know what level you're at. So, okay, well, that was the end of my questions, Donna. Is there any piece of advice you'd like to give our audience about maybe when they're, obviously when you need a coach, you need to be ready for a coach? Is there any other, what type of frustrations are you people, business owners, or whoever's using your service, what type of frustrations are they usually dealing with and are at that point where they need your services?
Frustrations come in all shapes and sizes. Frustrations can be a hiring nature of, I've spent money and hired 3 different people to fill a position, and it's not working. Frustrations can come in the form of communication, where communication breaks down or is ineffective. And I'm telling my group what to do. I'm telling them that they need to be here or do this or get this done by this time, but it's not happening. So what do I need to be looking at in order to meet deadlines, in order to develop benchmarks that are understood and are clear? So most times, just about anything and everything boils down to communication and relationship. Communication and relationship. And we're not all innately born with the skills to build or repair situations that need addressing. When you're tired of talking to the walls and the walls don't have answers, when you're tired of talking to people who are naysayers and who don't build you up, when you're tired of doing the same thing over and over again and finding that you're not getting a different result, when you're simply going home at the end of the day tired, maybe it's time to work with a coach, because a coach can deliver a professional ear to listen carefully with empathy and with a realm of responsibility in support of you, so that you can achieve and make the differences that you want to make. They don't need to know that you have a coach. You can take all the credit yourself. And so, if there's something that's been a burning issue that isn't repairing itself, you have 2 choices: to stay with the burning issue or to take a step in a new direction. And taking a step with a coach is as gentle an intervention as you could begin.
Wow, I like that answer. Okay, perfect. Well, thank you so much, Donna, for being a guest on YYC Business Speed Dating with Magic Mike. If anybody wants to do that discovery call, you want them to go to your Calendly link. Is that the best way to reach you? Okay, perfect. Because at the end of this episode, I'll put a end card with your link on it and a link to your website as well so people can discover your books. Thank you for watching Season 2, Episode 9 of Business Speed Dating with MagicMike.com. Today's guest was Donna Dahl. If you're interested in her services, go book a free call at calendly.com/Donna Dahl.